Hello, I am back, Kevin. I'm alright, thank you. How are you doing? Hope you've had a good day today. Thank you for the like. What have you been up to today? Doing so handsome. Oh, thank you. What have you been up to today? Okay. Well, this is kinda dead. Welcome in here. How are you doing tonight, everybody? I hope you're all well. Hello, Dory Shawar. How's your day been? Hope you've had a good one. Share this out if you can, subscribe if you're new here. Hope you've all had a blessed day today. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Oh, some more people started to join. Oh, hello, Timmy. Good evening to you. How have you been? Welcome in to my live, people. Hope you've all had a blessed day. If you've got any questions, put them in the chat. Health, wealth, mental health, etc. So yeah, I've been using a food waste app called Olio. I get like free food from it. So yes, I'd recommend looking into it. See if you can get anything. Depends on what you eat, really, but yeah. Sometimes food, like shops, they don't sell everything, so companies like Olio, that they'll take it, and then basically what will happen is someone will go and collect the food, take it home, and then people go and pick it up. So it's kind of like a way to reduce food waste. They say something like a third of food gets wasted. Of course, sometimes people waste their own food, but oftentimes it's because the shops throw out a lot of the food that doesn't get sold, which is just wrong really when there's world hunger and we're throwing out so much food. So yeah, that's an issue that needs to be sorted out. But yeah, what do you guys think? So just having a look, there's some other apps I might look into as well. Hope you all had a blessed day today, people. Hello Yogi, how you been? You alright? Good to see you. So, yeah, you had a good live earlier. Yeah, so you're doing another one later. I notice you usually do like one in the morning and then one, and then like you do about 3 lives a day pretty much. You like planning to continue that? Appreciate you being there, yeah. But it's good that you got this community building and but yeah, it just feels like it's a bit slow with this, but I guess it just takes a bit of time really. Just gotta be persistent with it and start to build it up. But yeah, I enjoyed watching Gravity Core Fitness and the Fitness Hutch. They were good last night. Yeah, I was watching some of their live. They were like interacting with the chat. So it's good when they actually interact with people, isn't it? You'll go to some people's lives and they have their own kind of random conversation going on, but it's good when you can interact with them. Yeah, I'm live all the time, yeah. So like, yeah, it does take time you get in there. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I got to like 1.5k, so we are slowly building it up. It just, yeah, it just feels like it's kind of gone quite slow lately, but it's good that I'm, kind of meeting some people in, different lives and stuff, and through Jace, and that, met you and some other people. Like, it's just good to see the community, but unfortunately, I just don't see a lot of these people showing up a lot. It just, I don't know. It seems like they come to yours and then that's their kind of like main hangout space, and it's like, I suppose we've only got so much time to be spending in a certain place. It's like they'll go wherever they're loyal to, kind of thing, and other people they might just drop in on occasionally, but I tend to get like most of my viewers aren't really that loyal, to be honest. They just kind of drop in occasionally for the most part. I do have a few that are quite loyal to it, but a lot of people turn out to just be trolls who just they're not real. So I don't have any plans for New Year's Eve actually. What about you? Has anyone got any plans for New Year's Eve? What about New Year's resolutions? Anyone got any of that planned? Thank you for the likes, everybody. Yeah, who's in here then? About 6 people watching, 3 likes. I'm gonna get the likes up, people. If that's up to you though, but yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but staying gamble free, well, that's good. Yeah, because gambling's not good for you, is it? Because you're just going to end up inevitably just losing it all. And the thing is, even when these people win, that it's like they don't just take the win and then stop there. They have to keep going. It's just becomes this kind of toxic kind of just just like constantly trying to chase the dopamine of winning, but at what cost though? To be losing more than what you gain. Yeah, it's an addiction, and I just never really understood it, like how people can do it. Like it just, I'd rather put my money into something that's more, likely to get returns. Like for example, investing your money into something like the stock market or something. You have probably a better chance in that, because the odds aren't stacked against you with that sort of stuff. If anything, the odds are more in your favour. It should be made illegal, IMO. Yeah, it's just that I don't think it ever will be, because of you think about there's probably trillions of dollars being made from it. So the amount of bribery and whatever, and it's just, I just don't see it happening anytime soon. It's just like things like dating apps and stuff like that. I just don't. I think they have way too much power to be taken down at this point. Even though they're all like bad things for society, it's just like, hello Athena. Not really. I don't really care. It's just another day to me, really. But are you excited for New Year's? You got any plans? Not really. Alright. Yeah, nothing planned at all for me. Just kind of another day for me. I don't know really, but yeah. Hello, solitude. How many push-ups do you do in a day? I don't know. I don't count them. However many I feel like doing. Why? What about you? I'm going to go to bed. I'm not staying up that late for no reason. What, you go to bed early, do you? I guess it depends on what you're used to, really. I don't necessarily believe that there's anything, people going about like, you should go to bed early and wake up early. But I think as long as you're getting adequate sleep, I think that's the main thing, really. You should do music reactions, Jamie, like that. I'm not doing that. I used to have a channel where I talked about music, but it's been many years since I've done that. But I just I can't really be bothered to do that stuff anymore. I'm just like, I feel like my purpose is on health and fitness at this point. Like, music to me is just a hobby, really, that I'm into, but it's not my purpose, really. Well, I have two little girls. I can't afford to stay up late for no reason, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, how are we doing, people? I hope you're all well. YouTube allow the music on page. I already said I'm not doing that, so yeah. Can we just not talk about that anymore? Because I've already made it clear that I'm not interested in doing that. So yeah. Like, if I really wanted to do that, I would be doing it, wouldn't I? So, okay. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know, like, really what I'm gonna talk about, but yeah. I probably won't be on too long tonight. I don't really feel like there's a lot going on here, so. But there ain't like really a lot of people live at the moment. So I don't know where else there is to go and kind of hang out, but. Who's still here then? Let me know if you're still watching, people. Right, I have my windows open because it got too hot in the house where I'm at. Oh, really? Alright, really? What, even at this time of year? Well, you're in, where was it again? South Carolina. I thought they'd still get a bit, like, cool at this time of the year or something. Yeah, me, what's that? What do you mean that you're still there? It does get cold, but we had a bunch of tornadoes yesterday because of a front that came through. Oh yeah, is it just like the humidity or something that a couple of people didn't make it? Oh, sorry to hear about that. Yeah, that's I wouldn't really want to be living somewhere where it's like that, really. Wouldn't really want to be taking my chances, really. Yeah, it's mad how there's all these people living somewhere they know is dangerous, but I guess, you know, there's gonna be like, you know, if we had to like have everyone live in safe zones, then it could get pretty overcrowded, you could say. It's like there's people who live on like floodplains and shit. When you live in the south, you have to deal with a lot of tornadoes and hurricanes. Alright. Yeah. I thought it was mainly Florida that gets it bad. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I couldn't be arsed with that shit. At least we're kind of lucky here. We don't get like so much extreme weather. It doesn't get extremely cold, extremely hot. It doesn't get extreme wind, extreme rain. doesn't get earthquakes. We're lucky here where I am, but yeah. No, the last hurricane we had, we went without power for almost a month, and my neighbour's house was completely destroyed. Like, you know. So how far north does it go up to? Does it even go up to like North Carolina, or where does it kind of stop? Did they get it in like Tennessee and like? Yeah, North Carolina got it worse than we did with the last hurricane. Alright. Oh, that sucks. Is it more like around the coast or something that's like near the sea where it really gets bad? So I always think of it as being like places that are like where the sea's quite close, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Have you ever had a tsunami there or something like? Yeah, I couldn't be arsed living somewhere like that. But I remember you were saying, oh, come live in the south of the US. I'm like, you're not exactly selling it to me, are you? No, never a tsunami, right? Where do they get them then? Isn't a tsunami like, wasn't it like a, trying to remember like what causes that? It's like a, what was it? Was it like volcanic eruption under the sea or something like that? I can't remember like what, something like that. But yeah, I remember they had one really bad. I think in 2005 or something. I think it was like Sri Lanka or somewhere like that. Somewhere in the like kind of South Asia or something. But yeah, there seems to be a lot of disaster zones in the US. Either it's floods really bad, they got hurricanes, tornadoes, they get like like hailstones the size of golf balls. I've seen some places like crazy wildfires going on, or it's like fuck that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. What? Hello, man. Welcome in. More people lose their life from car wrecks than natural disasters, though. Yeah, but I don't drive, so yeah. So I couldn't even be bothered to like even try to drive, because I don't even trust myself behind the wheel. Like, it's just that dangerous on roads, really. So I tend to be very risk averse. Yeah, I tend to be like, yeah, the only thing I'd do is like go cycling or something, but yeah, even that can be a bit scary sometimes with some of the fucking dickheads on road. Okay, yeah, really inspired me to get fit and lose weight, put into it. place and you plan for the fitness to continue it. Oh yeah, you should watch these guys, Gravity Core Fitness and the Fitness Hutch. I was watching those guys last night. They're both couples. They're good like fitness channels. They were doing lives together last night. So like I was watching one of them and then the other one came on and I was like watching them for a bit. They were like interacting with the chat. They're really good. So yeah, I think you'd like them. They give out good advice and stuff, so kind of like what I do here. So you have to have a car where I live. We don't have buses or anything in my small county. Yeah, I can't be arsed with that. Again, you're not exactly selling it, are you? Yeah, so Jamie, you was talking about our old walks yesterday, and it really inspired me to want to get out enough to go do a long walk with you like we used to, Jamie, using that as my goal. Yeah, you've got to have some kind of purpose. It's one thing to have a goal, but it's like you have to have some kind of purpose behind it. Like for some people, it might be to be able to like do a fundraiser for a sponsored event like a walk or something like that that could keep them accountable or something. I'm not selling it at all, but I love being in a small town. Oh yeah. Small town girl, living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Oh God. Oh yeah, thank you very much, Mum. Yeah. I don't know if you want to just send PayPal or whatever, but that's the direct way to contribute. But yeah. But yeah, I've been walking around a lot today. I got some like loads of bananas, and I got loads of like brown bread. So yeah. So that's good. Yeah. Did you get food? Yes, I did. I just said, yeah. I've just been walking around all day. Hi, Black Cats. How you doing? Oh, you just signed up. Yeah, that's good then, yeah. I'm just going to look into some other ones as well. There was an app called Too Good To Go as well that my mum was telling me about a while ago, but that one's a little bit different. Why is that? I don't know, get it, I don't know that Gwen Stefani song. I only know a couple of Gwen Stefani songs like, that was it, No Doubt. You and me, meant to be together. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that. Don't speak. I know what you're saying. Oh yeah, Gwen Stefani. Is she still doing music then? I think I want to ask a friend who is a professional singer what song would suit my voice on karaoke, and she told me that Gwen Stefani Banana song, and I was so bloody offended. I've never forgot it. Oh really? Oh yeah. Looks for the friend. Um, um, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? If you're in the US, you might not have seen the British version of it, but yeah, I was just doing an impression of the old presenter. Crystal. Tee. Jen, I love Gwen, You Should Be Proud. Oh yeah, what, do you not like that Gwen Stefani banana song or something? Boy, you like to suck on my banana. And speaking of banana, Canada has turned into a banana republic. That's brilliant, Jimmy, already. um, I love bananas. I love McDonald's more, but I would like them to do fried banana. I think fried banana would be great. I think anything fried is tremendous. Deep fried Mars bars. Love deep fried Mars bars. They're great. I think they're very tasty. I think they're. I don't like Canada's PM. That's for sure. Yeah. Was it Justin Trudeau? Yeah. Hi. Gravity Core Fitness. What's your name again? Yeah. I noticed something with the resistance bands that I was using, that something's not quite right. Where some exercises I'm doing, there seems to be some imbalance in it, where it's harder on one side than the other. Oh, it's Mark. Yeah. Yes, I don't know what's going on with that. Is that, I mean, because it's not like I have somehow weaker in the left side. It's something's not right. Because when I was trying to do because I noticed when I was trying to do the overhead press with the bands, it was like it seemed to be noticeably more difficult on the left side, even though it's not weaker on the left side. So I'm just wondering what's going on with that. Is it just the way I have it set up, where it makes it easier on one side? Because I don't want to end up with imbalances. If I'm putting more strain on one side than the other. I don't have an imbalance though. It's just I don't know. It's because it's not happened like that before. But when I look at them, it's there's no imbalances in them. I don't really get it. Hello, Metric. How you doing? I mean, they're the same size. They're. I don't get it. Why would they be imbalanced? Yeah. What's that? We'll do calisthenics exercise help with that, Jim. Well, I do a lot of calisthenic stuff like dips and stuff, but so I shouldn't have imbalances in them. It shouldn't. It doesn't seem right. I don't know. I just want to make sure I'm not doing anything wrong with it. But I could show you what it looks like with my setup and everything, but I have no idea what that word means. It's to do with strength to body weight ratio. So it's mainly just using your body weight as your resistance and making your body weight be what's the limiting factor kind of thing, and yeah. It's like you like, for example, you can go and do harder stuff like one-arm push-ups and stuff when you get good at it, you know, so it's just, you can progress with your own body weight and do more challenging things with it. So people think that there's like limits to body weight training, but there really isn't. It's only the only limits are whatever your body is capable of. There's no more limits than what you can with, like, say, weights. You'd find ways to progress it, do different variations. Yeah, that's it, you know. I mean, I'll just try and give it a bit of a go and see what it feels like, but why would I have imbalances though? Like, I've been training with calisthenics for quite a while, so, and I try to be equal on both sides. So I'm just wondering if there's something else going on that I'm missing with the work. Because what I do is I set it up on, when I tried to do it on the door handle, is it something about that when I'm pulling it from one side versus the other, that it might be more difficult doing it the other way? I don't know. Is there something kind of like I'll just try and show you the demonstration of it, but it's like when I can't really show you at the moment, but let me just put it somewhere where you can see it. So yeah, this is and then I'll try the other side now. And it feels way easier. I don't know like what's going on. So you can't see it, but hope you're all doing well tonight. Who's still here? Yeah, not using weights. I don't want to look manly. Yeah. What, that's executed wrong? How's that then? Can you explain what I'm doing wrong with that? I mean, like, what do you mean? Like, if you're gonna like say it's wrong, then explain to me how it's wrong. Because I don't usually do these for like triceps anyway, but but it's probably, I mean, I could do it with a bag as well, but I've got like this as well that I use sometimes. Or just use the handle like this. Is that better? Use a less resistant band, you're gonna get injured. So how am I gonna get injured, like? How do you weight down the bag? I'd to explain, don't go all the way down, you're gonna injure your shoulder better, but less weight. Because they say go down to get full range of motion, that's what I go with. That gets the best results, like with the least amount of weight. Like go all the way down and go all the way up, full range of motion. Get the full stretch. That's what I do with it, so I mean I haven't felt any like issues from doing that, so and just gauge the core more you're looking at a shoulder injury. Alright, well I think this bag's a bit heavy anyway, so I'll just take some stuff out of it. But yeah. Let's try it now. Some people just go like halfway up. So how do you know if I'm engaging the core or not then? Like you said, engage the core more, so how do you know if I'm engaging the core? You can't even see my core, so like, what do you mean? Hang on, something ain't right here. Why is it feeling so much easier when I do it with this hand? Like, it's not even like, is it something to do with the way that maybe it's the way that the weight is distributed, I don't know. But something I've noticed that it's way easier with this hand, so I don't know. If you're happy, do as you're doing. I'm not here to criticize. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I appreciate the critique. Use the top handle. Sorry. Alright. I'll try that then. Why is it feeling so much easier on this side? It's not like there's a major imbalance. There's something not right. Something's just not right. I don't know what it is, but I notice that something's just completely off. Like, you can't tell me that my muscles are that imbalanced that it's like twice as easy on one side. Something's just like there's something off. Like when I go to this side, I immediately feel like it's easier for some reason. Like for some reason it feels like it's so much more weight. Like it feels like there's actually more weight pushing down on this side than there is on this side. So I don't know if it's something to do with weight distribution when I'm holding it from that side. I don't know, but doing it seated, right? Because you're leaning, bro. If you engage the core, you wouldn't be leaning, bro. Right. Yeah. Alright, let's just do one more set. I think it was the way I was like holding it, because when I was like holding it and then went over to the other hand, I then went to grab it this way. So that could be what it was. It shifted the weight differently, so it might have made it more difficult. Hello, Owen. How you doing? No, I'm not. Can you feel your abdominal working for you? Not really. I mean, it's not enough workout, so it's like, I don't know. I don't really think about contracting my abs when I'm trying to isolate a particular muscle. Like, when I'm working my abs, then I focus on contracting abs, but I guess then you could say you can get more bang for your buck if you then turn every exercise into an ab exercise or something. So you might not even need to do much isolation on the abs if you work them. So what I realized is that, yeah, basically when I'm doing it this way and then switching hands and then trying to like do it this way, it might have been like shifting the weight somehow, and it was just trying to, so I'm just kind of like curious about this imbalance thing. Just testing it out. And try again on the other side. Yeah, there's not really much of like imbalances now, I don't think. It's just, I think part of it was just the, I don't know, for whatever reason it was when I, like, I'll just show again. So like when I'm holding the handle one way versus like the other way. So if I'm like doing this and then kind of, and then transfer into the hand like this instead of like this, I mean, it's hard to really explain, but that could be causing some imbalance in terms of like how hard it is on either side. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing? Left-handed or right-handed? Thing is, it's like, it depends really. In fact, I can kind of write with both hands. Like, I'm a little bit ambidextrous depending on the thing, but some things I'm going to find be more naturally right-handed or whatever. Yeah, Abby, welcome back. How are you doing? But yeah, it could just be like how I don't know, it could be the way I'm grabbing it. I don't know that, like how some people, they find chin-ups easier because the way they're gripping it kind of gives them more of a leverage, like because they've been able to use more of their biceps. Hello, Body Lincoln. How are you doing tonight? Welcome in here. But I haven't had any problems yet with my shoulder. Well, actually, there was a bit of a issue I had the other week, but that was probably because I was carrying a heavy amp. Like I was literally like, yeah, that was causing some issues really, but yeah, that was trying to like carry that and keep switching hands. It was heavy because the wheels have like messed up on it. So, but maybe you could say that, who knows? Maybe the way I've been doing my training has kind of led up to that. I don't know, but it was. I believe that had something to do with that really, but yeah, it's a body I know you have. Um, but yeah, I think calisthenics is probably good for like you said, for fixing imbalances anyway. If you've got muscular imbalances, I suppose you could do weights as well. You have to use different weights for different sides. Great work though, dude. Keep at it. Yeah. I'll show you where we're at, like with the progress. I'll just give it a bit of a trim today, so. So yeah, we're just kind of like, I'm kind of just trying to eat semi kind of clean, but like get enough protein. Like, yeah, I can sort of like flex and you can like see it a bit more. But yeah. I get a bit like bloated after a big meal. So yeah, it kind of goes up and down, but yeah. I tend to just like store fat in this kind of like, it's like a lump there. I'm going to try and get rid of that soon. But yeah, maybe I should be a bit careful with form. I aim for 180, but average 150. Yeah, I don't think most people need to get 180 to be there. There's actually an equation, and this is for most people, that it's 1.6 grams per 1 kilo of body weight per day. So if you weigh 80 kilos, you want to be shooting for about 130 grams of protein per day. If you're 100 kilos, you want to be shooting for about 160 grams per day. So, yeah, that's what I would recommend. Yeah, so, but yeah, I know like my form can be a bit off at times, but yeah. I suppose there could sometimes be like ego lifting in there where you're trying to like just, you know, kind of get really strong, but like kind of sacrifice form though. So it's kind of a bit of a issue a lot of people do where it's like, yeah, because you have to just kind of like maybe drop the weight a bit, but have good form. So I'm doing like some of these deadlifts with the bands, but what some people do is they round their back, which is really bad. I actually put 2 bands together for this, so I don't know if you're still there, Mark, but yeah, this is what I do. Hello, Ali. How you doing? Might restart soon. Yeah.
Tomorrow's office, maybe. Alright. Okay, you take care. Thing is, I don't really do a lot of deadlifts because I think, like, I don't necessarily know if they're really, like, the best exercise overall, because you're not really getting, like, full range of motion in your legs, but you're also not getting full range of motion, like, with your back as well. It's kind of like it's a good one for, like, overall strength, I guess, but in terms of, like, trying to, you know, focus on, like, full range of motion, then it's not the best, unless you do, like, elevated deadlifts, where you can then get more range of motion in your back, which then works your spinal rectors more. So yeah, it's compound, it works back, hamstring and traps. Yeah, but there might be better exercises for it though. Like, maybe would be best to do either elevated deadlifts, or good mornings would probably be a good one for the back as well, for the spinal rectors, as well as the lower back. But yeah, it's just some compound exercises are good. I think squats are good. There's different variations that target more on one than the other, but yeah, I might do some of the squats actually. I'm gonna load it up for this one. So yeah, half rep squats I think I'm gonna do. So squats I think are good for, like, mostly for your lower body. I think squats will probably be better for glutes than deadlifts. Squats are quite similar to low bar squats are quite similar to deadlifts, but yeah, high bar squats you're gonna get more range of motion in your lower body, but less in your back. So it's kind of gonna be more of a lower body exercise. It might explain why women tend to struggle more with the deadlifts, because they tend to have more weaknesses in their upper body. So yeah, I mean, hamstrings are, yeah, there might be some, yeah, hamstrings are worked in the deadlifts to some degree, but yeah. But yeah, I'll just do, like, some who's still here? Zabi not still there. Athena's still there. The men and women are different, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know, like, when it comes to upper body strength, yeah, like, women have more of a disadvantage. But when it comes to, like, lower body, there's not that much of a difference. But they say also, like, women can be more flexible. So everyone's got their, like, advantages and disadvantages. You have to find like what your strengths are and your weaknesses, and just yeah. Where did I complete my graduation? I went to school in Blackburn. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do another set of these. Well, I did see a video talking about like bracing your core with every exercise and turning every exercise into a core exercise. It's not really something I consciously do, but maybe it's not good form, but I don't know. I've never really had proper like injuries from like training, but I kind of just go based on feel, really, whatever feels right. Yeah, I think the best way to isolate traps would be doing different types of shrugs, really. So you can do like straight up and down shrugs. You can also do these kind of like ones where you kind of do like rotation, sort of works it a bit differently. To stress different parts of your traps. Because if you just do the straight up and down ones that are quite common, then you might just get this kind of like two-dimensional traps. But if you do like kind of do it like this, then that you can get that the 3D traps. "8:44 p.m. Alright. Yeah, it soon got to that time. Yeah. You should come to Yogi's live later, man. They got like a positive people in there, really. Yeah. I might do some, yeah. So, I was doing lat pull downs earlier with the band. I'll show you how I do this. So I've got this like, look at this, guys. Perfect. Watch this. So I get that. So in fact I'm going to put 2 on because it makes it more difficult. So what I do, get down on the floor. So you can do it like different grips, but I can do pronated grip, supinated grip, whatever. I'm just going to get down on the floor. So that's the band lat pull downs. If you saw it, but yeah, that's what I've started doing for that. So alright, let's do some half rep push-ups. It's a lot more difficult than it looks. Hello, bodyweight beast fitness. You alright? Yeah, so doing those like half rep push-ups, so like what Jesse does, a lot of the like prison guys do it apparently. It's 'cause apparently like yeah, Tate was doing that. Because with the partial push-ups in the lower half, they're actually been shown to build more muscle. You'll be able to do a lot more reps, sorry, a lot less reps in that position than you can in the top half. The bottom half, you're in a more stretched position. So yeah, it's a lot more challenging. Yeah. So yeah, what's your name anyway? Body weight, beast fitness. I'll send you in Jace's, haven't I? It's got some water. Jesse Pollock is awesome, and yes, it keeps you in time under tension, just like doing weight training. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But some argue that this whole time under tension thing and slow negatives isn't really that important. Don't know what your thoughts are on that, but a lot of people do slow negatives, like super slow negatives, like 5-second negatives or even longer. Is there really any need for that? It's like some argue it's because it's safer, but that's all like Mike Israel were talking about that, because he always preaches like slow negatives and all that. But it all goes down to what you're going for. If you're going for like more strength, then being more explosive would make more sense, and not as much like time under tension, because I mean the thing is that the argument is that both can probably build a similar amount of muscle, but it's like if you're doing say like heavier weights, then yeah, you're not going to be able to control the weight as much, but the amount of like tension is like relatively probably the same, like in terms of things such as what is it called, like rate of force development, with like more explosive kind of reps where there's no or little eccentric, but like I said, it's arguably not safe. There is like some safe things, like for example explosive cardio, as long as you condition yourself for it, you warm up properly, you do like your sprints and stuff, then there's no eccentric with that, but that's good for building fast twitch muscle fibers. So I think maybe it's good to have some slow eccentrics in for like slow twitch muscle fibers to have more of a kind of well-rounded program, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, some do like explosive up and then slow on the way down, but I'm like, some saying that there's some kind of magical thing that builds more muscle when you do it that way, but there's been some dispute on that, and I think they found that you can get away with like 2-second reps, which don't involve like much of a eccentric control, as long as you're not just letting the weight like drop without any like control of it. But I don't know, it's because the argument is that if there's a lot of eccentric control, then you're either going to have to drop the weight or drop the amount of reps that you're going to be able to do, because that constant tension is going to cause this kind of like fatigue in the muscle, if you get me. So, but yeah, explosive up would be the way to kind of like, I guess you could say that helps to get that fatigue relatively quickly, because it all comes down to fatiguing the muscle. That's what causes the adaptations. But you see some people doing explosive reps, but then again, it could be because they're on steroids, where they're just doing pump, like they're just doing 20 pumps or whatever, as fast as they possibly can, like 1-second reps. So, I mean, maybe it's only useful for them, I don't know. Taekwondo, yeah, I've heard about that. Is that Korean, isn't it? Yeah, 'cause I remember they started doing it in Olympics, didn't they? So, yeah, I'm going to do a few more of the half push-ups. You could do like a pose like that, but have you ever tried single leg burpees? So I can show you what I mean with that if you've never done it before. It's a relatively new thing that I've learned. So it goes something like this. So, alright, so what I do is, so like you would do a burpee, but instead you're going to do this with like one of your legs. So you like, then you just like, and do the same with the other leg. It's a lot more difficult than the regular one, that's for sure. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. What you mean? Yeah. So that's yeah. I do boxing. It's really good for the mindset. Yeah. It's also a good cardio workout as well, isn't it? Yeah. It burns a lot of calories. Yeah, it's a good one for the legs, because you're doing single leg, so kind of like if you're doing pistol squats, like, yeah, if you're doing like this, I can't straighten my legs, so just bear with me about that, but yeah, I have long legs, so you just got to do what you can do, really. No one says you have to straighten your leg. It's like if I do L-sits, I can't straighten my legs, it's just impossible for me to do that. They're too big, they're too long. Like, it's just, yeah, gravity's working against it, so. You see these, like, short fucking calisthenics guys. I'm not great for calisthenics, really. You're 6'1", oh yeah, still not as tall as me, I'm about 6'4", me. So even 6'1's a bit tall for it, really. Most of your calisthenics guys are under 6 foot tall. They're usually even below 5'10", a lot of them, because it's to do with strength to body weight ratio. But when you're taller, there's a lot of like lower body weight that's getting in the way of it. Because mostly it's like upper body stuff, like even things like climbing, you know, like doing the climbing walls and things like that. It's all upper body. When they're doing like their pull-ups and dips and all these different things, your gymnastic rings and stuff like that, it's all upper body. If you have too much in your lower body, that's going to hinder it, unfortunately. But yeah, let's just try a few more of these. Yeah. When I first started doing it, I was doing loads of reps and I was like, started getting like sore in the upper part of my legs. Just working my legs in a way that they're not used to being trained. Yeah. How can I improve my reflexes? What do you mean? We mean improve your reflexes. So yeah, like gravity, core fitness was like, yeah, he was critiquing my form with the overhead tricep extension. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not like, I don't really get injuries, I don't know, I'm just like, I kind of don't even really do a lot of the stuff that people say, oh, do warm-ups, do stretching and things like that. I kind of just do stretching kind of usually unconsciously, really. If I need to stretch, like if I'm, like when I've been sat around for a while, sometimes I'll just stand up and just stretch out my arms and things like that. Oh, I don't know. I don't really know anything about Taekwondo, so I'm not the person to ask about that, really. Yeah. I might do a restart, guys. Yeah. doing the deck of cards helped me with my squats and legs doing push-ups also, but I enjoy the deck of cards. Yeah, so basically that'll, isn't it 364, isn't it? That, because the funny thing with the deck of cards is the interesting thing about it is basically it comes out to 364, but when you add the two jokers, it adds to 366, which is basically a leap year. So yeah, so basically, because there's like 52 weeks in a year, and like 52 cards, and there's 13 different like values of cards. So 13 multiplied by, what was it? What was I thinking? No, it's actually not 13 because the average number is 7. So if you do like 1 times 52, 2 times 52, 3 times 52, basically it comes out to like 364 is the number. Essentially it's like, basically if you do like 7 times 52, yeah, that number comes to 364, because 7 is the number of, so obviously 7 is the number of days in a week. Yeah, well, some people treat it as jacks are 11s, queens are 12s, and kings are 13s. It depends on like what you're going for, because I remember when I used to play your cards right, they treated jacks as 11, queens as 12, and kings as 13. They also did that in like, well, there was a game called blackjack, but it wasn't the blackjack that you're thinking of. It was kind of like Uno, but it was it had this rule where if you put down a blackjack, they had to pick up either 5 or 7 cards, depending on the rules that you made. So yeah, unless they had a red jack to counter it, that was like, yeah, that was like the kind of biggest like power card in the game. Like if you put down a 2, you had to pick up 2. And I think I can't remember. I think 8 was miss a go, 10 was go again. Yeah, I can't remember if there was any more power cards, but yeah, I think actually I don't know if you put down an ace. I think you could like, I think because aces are wild. So hi Freddie, how you doing? Welcome in here. Hope you've had a good day today. Jesse Pollack treats them all as 10s and 20s. Lol. I'll get where he is one day. Yeah. So 10s and 20s. What you mean? But yeah, so I might do some hollow body hold. So this is a good one for, yeah, so what you do is get like a mat or something, and then you're just gonna what you're doing is you straighten your legs out like this, and you put your arms out like this. It's hard to really see, but I'll just show what I'm doing. I'm just holding this position. So you just try and hold that for a while. Just that'll train your abs and your obliques. So yeah, I don't know if you tried that one before, but I heard people saying that sit-ups don't really work your abs that well. It's more hip flexors, but Jace mainly does sit-ups, and look at his abs. So I guess it depends on how you do sit-ups really, but I don't know. But you gotta be careful with sit-ups because they can cause neck strain if you do them wrong. But it has to do with like, you want to keep your neck still when you want to be just using your core. You don't want to be like trying to thrust forward with your neck. It's not a neck exercise, you know. It's keep it you know, kind of you know, in position basically. I like Russian twist the best, and he does twist when he does squat stuff. So yeah, well, Jace does that. Yeah, I've seen him do that. Yeah, I might actually give that a try. So I'm gonna do it with the bag. I just find that like bodyweight squats are just like too easy. Like I just go and get bored with just super high reps. That's the only thing when you're doing a lot of like high rep calisthenic stuff. So yeah, so you do like this, and then you like hang on, I should probably be like, just try and make sure I'm not cheating really, because what sometimes I do is just like using other muscles to, you just want to be using your core. Yeah, that's kind of what he does. Yeah, have a drink. Thing with that one is that, yeah, you're not like keeping tension on the squat part of the movement. Do you feel like it's worked the obliques to a degree? This is another exercise, but I find this one's a good one for the side delts as well. I'm just going to take my fucking off because it's just get quite warm after a while, don't you? So, still side plank rotation. In doing this. I'll get to your message in a sec. I'll get abs when I quit bulking. I still work my core though. I'll see you later, Abby. But looking skinny fat is giving me body dysmorphia bad. I still got another 25 pounds to go. Started off at 155 pounds and currently 175 pounds. What's your height? So I'm around 6'4", about 205 pounds. So yeah, I've been really kind of like, thing is I've been like bulking but I've not gained any fat. Because I've been just like, trying to eat relatively clean. I've increased my protein and my energy expenditure has gone up as well. So yeah, my metabolic rate has gone up. The thing is, when you start putting muscle on as well, that actually is going to by itself increase your basal metabolic rate. So even when you're resting, you're going to be burning more calories because of the because muscle's metabolically active. It's actually more metabolically active than fat. So if you ate the same amount of calories as someone who's fat, who weighs the same amount, person who's got muscle would probably actually, yeah, like actually weigh less because that muscle is a lot more calorically expensive. So it can be a great way to actually, in the long run, actually be a lot leaner because you're building that muscle foundation. Because for a lot of people who are like, they might find it difficult to stay skinny unless they're doing like crazy amounts of cardio. But you could just do like a couple of resistance training sessions a week, a little bit of cardio, and be in like relatively good shape. And also when you build more muscle, it's going to give you the appearance of being leaner, even at a higher body fat percentage. So that's the benefit of that, where some people can get abs and they're like really skinny, but they're probably like sub 10% body fat. They're so like lean that they can see them even though they don't train them. Either that or they just train abs. There is some people that do that where they just train abs and don't train any other body part. So it is sort of true that abs are Actually, I might make a video about this, or abs made in the kitchen, because you get people like debating over this shit, but the reality is it's not as simple as that. Everybody's different, like in terms of how much muscle you have, and also your body fat distribution also is going to be a factor in whether you're going to be able to see abs at a low body fat percentage, or relatively low body fat percentage, whilst also not having much muscle. So yeah, like you had someone like Jack Fit, who was probably at like fucking 5% body fat at one point, and you could see some abs there, but that was only because he was so incredibly skinny that there was no fat on him whatsoever. But yeah, but you have to like actually, for most people, they're gonna have to like build a degree of muscle mass to get that. So yeah, average about 3,000. So you're about 200, and then cut and rebulk again. So my cut weight in the end will be 200, right? Yeah. Well, you said, what is it, 6'1" that you are, so yeah. But yeah, 200 would be quite, yeah, hefty at 6 foot really, but it is doable. I think like Hamza might be up to about 190, 200, something like that at like 6'1", so I don't know if you've ever seen him, but yeah, he's like this like self-improvement guy. I don't really, yeah, I think he's really that great now, because it seems to be like that he's just been kind of like, yeah, just became so obsessed with making money that it was like his downfall really, unfortunately. So yeah, I should tend to average about 4,000 or so per day, sometimes 4,500 calories per day. So yeah, it's can be a bit of a challenge to feed, but I don't know whether it's a good idea to be like yo-yoing like that, or just kind of have a more of a balanced amount of calories from day to day, kind of keep it about the same. I don't know whether it makes really any difference, but my goal was actually 200 lean, 90 kilos lean. This was like for a few years ago, that was the goal that I had in mind. Like I said, I'm currently about just over 200, probably about 205, something like that. And yeah, I mean, technically, if I lost a few pounds, even if I just lost another 5 to 10 pounds, I'd probably be like looking pretty darn lean actually. Oh, you're back now? Yeah, where did you go? Yeah. I'd be happy if, I was 195 lean. I think that would be still pretty good. But yeah, I'm not like trying to get to like 240 or something like that, because I don't even think it would even be healthy at that point. I mean, I could possibly even get to like 230, 240 naturally, but I don't necessarily think it's going to be the best for my health, and just the amount of work you would have to do to get there, because you then have to start increasing the amount of volume and things like that. It's just going to take away from other things, and it's just, is it really going to make you look better anyway? Not really. You start to get to like diminishing returns, so it's just, what is the point? You might as well just focus on other things more, because the amount of time that you spend just trying to lift weights, it's taken away from other things. It's taken away from cardio, it's taken away from other pursuits, hobbies, so that's, I use MyFitnessPal app. It's free, and it tells me I need to hit 2,800 calories a day. The reason I eat more than that is because of my workouts and the calories I burn a day. Yeah, and if you're doing a lot of like resistance training, not only are you going to be burning calories while you're doing it, but you're also burning calories afterwards with the afterburn. So it doesn't take that into account, because when you burn a lot of calories through your When you burn calories through, like your workouts, you're breaking down the muscle, then that muscle needs to rebuild. It takes energy to do that. Plus, it's also going to take a lot more protein, because you're losing a lot more protein than a normal person would due to that. But I think once you get to a point of like maintaining muscle mass, then you might be able to get away with eating less, because you might be able to, like, say, do 80 to 100 grams of protein per day, because your workouts are probably not going to have to be as intense and not, be going as long. You could just say do, one set of each exercise every few days. So you wouldn't have to be eating anywhere near as much protein when you're just trying to maintain. So your calories would also be less. But whilst you're bulking, your calories would just be like through the roof, because you're getting all that damage to the muscles during that time. So yeah. So yeah, where did you go anyway, Abby? You didn't answer, but yeah. You just kind of just said you was had to go somewhere, but yeah. Anyway. Your skincare routine, oh yeah. I might restart, guys, because there ain't really anyone hardly here, so set up a new live. Alright. Be back on in a sec. Alright. See you in a sec, guys.